Everything good? I'll be there. Chuck.
It was cold this morning, right? How about next year? Yeah, we're back your way.
Every day. Let's go.
Hey, I gave him a jersey already, man, so. My boy, I love you, brother. Keep it going, bro.
I think you have to manage it. I don't think you want to put that much. I don't think anybody needs to put that much pressure on themselves. I think you got to be realistic about it too. You know, there's just going to be days that don't work out, and you may or may not have the fastest car. But you know, I think today is I love days like today because the message that it sends is we aren't going to quit, we didn't quit, and we won. So, you know, that sends the message. The guys on the team, the guys in the shop, you know, and it sends a message to competitors. So it's, you know, it's fun to never be counted out, and that's really what you want. But, you know, you still have to be realistic about it. And it's still 1 week at a time. I think we know the potential of the things that we're doing and, you know, the cars that we're putting on the racetrack and you know, but there's going to be weekends where it just doesn't work out. And you know, I think that's the experience part of the team and the organization that you look at and say, you know, we can handle a 7th. That's okay.
It's almost all worth it.
Well, it sure is. You know, we know that
The fans are really...
Charles Longhorn!
I set it up, but you ignored that and you went right to yourself.
Finisher, a big round of applause. He crosses that finish line. All right.
5 sign, makes a run on a line drive completely across the outfield, ends up at the other 375 sign. So that's gap to gap. Rudy Carey's covering, and that's as hard as you can play the game right there. Loves.
Sox win it in the 10th. You can rock, chalk it up. Cosentino with the game winner.
I mean, it was good. First time starting in a while. It's definitely this year. Nerves were a little bit high in the first inning. I think that's why I was a little sporadic and stuff. And so just trying to like, settle down in the first inning, get my bearings again, and try to throw strikes in. But I mean, overall, I felt like it was pretty good. Body felt good. So
when you sat down on the bench after 3 innings, a little bit of a relief. I mean, especially with a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the offense showed up today. That was awesome to watch. You know, all the way around, everyone, hit the ball really well. And so yeah, once you going out there in that top of the 3rd inning, like it was just, just go and attack guys at that point. Don't try to like do too much, and with a lead like that, so.
It's really exciting to be back in Kansas City. Last time we were here, we were celebrating what we did over in Germany. We had a great crowd when we played Canada a few months back, so it's great to return, and it's great to return for this reason. Win for KC is a fantastic event. I've heard a lot of great things from many of my teammates who've actually even been here and spoken at this event, and I know that it's a sold-out house, so it's just so good to be back and be in a community where they want to celebrate women's sports and celebrate women's power. And I think that it's so important in terms of the growth of not just, of course, what I do in women's soccer, but the growth in terms of the entire scope of women's sports all around the world.
So it's really kind of a good thing. You just have to endure the whatever, how long it takes, for you to get over the tearing or the releasing of it. So that he thought he stepped on the bat coming out of the box yesterday, and then felt the pop, and we knew exactly what it was. It was that plantar fasciitis releasing. So
12 assists as opposed to 25 or 35, you know?
Nothing but love at the Big 12 tournament.
Hey, it was his cologne. You still use that Old Spice?
At least that's what they want us to believe. But remember, 2 of these teams are leaving, 8 are staying after this event.
The teams that are staying definitely want to win this tournament bad. Not because Missouri and A&M are leaving, it's because they're selfish and they want to win it bad.
Bill Self is the one who unknowingly stirred up a controversy by calling Kansas City more of a KU K-State town earlier this week.
I always thought controversial statements were things that could be taken one way or another. You know, to me, if it's fact, I don't see what's so controversial about anything like that.
Well, all those K-State and KU people will gladly take their money in the state of Missouri, so I don't care what he says.
He's got a little norm in him, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Problem is, half of MU's roster hails from Kansas City. There's even one native who doesn't.
I'm from Kansas City deep down.
That means a lot for me, being from Kansas City, for my team. We're competing for a championship, and that's what we've been preparing for all season long.
I have some friends that live in Leawood, Kansas, actually. And they're about the only KU fans that I like.
As fun as a win going out the door might be, MU has plenty of other reasons to tear down the Nets.
So many teams and players have unlaced their shoes already. It's just a great opportunity to continue to play, and this tournament, winning a Big 12 championship is a priority.
And KU has made it clear it will survive without Missouri, but will the KU K-State town?
Create controversy all you want. I think that anybody that supports Kansas City wants this tournament to stay here. So, hey, if Missouri's not going to be here, then why wouldn't Kansas City still want to support it to stay here? So we need to sell it.
Of course, the Big 12 tournament is scheduled to be here in Kansas City for the next couple of years. If you're hoping for a border war round 3, well, good luck. KU and Missouri have only faced each other 3 times in this Big 12 tournament, with KU holding a 2-1 advantage. Of course, the last time was back in 2004. In Kansas City, Mick Schaefer, Time Warner Cable, Metro Sports.
Well, it's our favorite time of year, heading to Kansas City for the Big 12 tournament. A little undermanned after the news of Doak's knee injury. How do we approach the game with no Doak for hopefully only 3 games?
Well, we're going to approach it just like we would if we didn't have Devontae or Malik or whoever, next man up. And you know, he's obviously a huge focal point. I don't know if there's 2 guys on one team in America that's probably, you look at us and say, 2 players would be more valuable to a team than Devontae and Doak would to us, because our depth situation, but also it gives Mitch and Silvio an opportunity to show what they can do, and a lot of times, you know, guys rise to the occasion when opportunities given. So I'm excited for those guys. I'm disappointed for Doak. Disappointed because 2 years in a row.
Goes down, and oh goodness, but you still cutting down the nets here.
You know, maybe that'll be the best thing for our team. We need Doak back, and hopefully he'll be back on the court this week. But maybe it's the best thing for our team to give Mitch and Silvio ample minutes and have to play when it counts the most. But you know, we played with a smile on our face today. We played with personality. You know, just the polar opposite of how we were last night. I think maybe the win last night, as ugly as it was just one of those things that maybe we can just forget about everything and just go play and have fun today. And don't worry about the NCAA tournament. Don't worry about disappointing folks. Go out and play for each other and see what happens.
How well did your team compete today?
We competed. I mean, we competed. Now, they kicked our butt on the glass, but we're going to get our butts kicked a lot of times on the glass with this team. But you know, we beat a team today that made shots. So you know, Miles and Carter were unbelievable behind the arc, especially the first 30 minutes, and Kanate played well. So we caught them on a good night, and we were just a little bit better.
Yeah, it's still right here.
Make sure nobody listens.
Hey, MOP, how does that sound?
It sounds great. Sounds awesome. Wait, let me put my chain on. But nah, for real, I mean, all the hard work that we put in this year, that I put in, I mean, I'm just happy that it was able to pay off and we was able to come in here and get the win.
You guys started off with Doak being injured, and you end with being the last team standing. What was the key to this run, and how did you guys come together so quickly?
We just had to rally around one another. Rally around Doak. One man go down, the next man had to step up, and I think, as you can see, Silvio and Mitch, they did an awesome job of filling in his role. And I mean, the guards, they just came to play each and every night.